TOWA paid a visit to the palace of Oba Danesi. The theme, led by Mal Suleiman Momoh, introduced the members of the group to His Royal Majesty and stated their reasons for coming to see the king, and explained how volunteering for the project would go a long way to help make a difference in society. He also called on the CEO, Ms. Aidongie III, to contribute in creating awareness to His Royal Highness.
So I will permit me to go in this form that I am going, because we are not all privy to understand the language of the language. It is an association that just came up to look into the possibility of de-orientating our young ones in secondary schools and artisans. Reorientate them to the very essence of life, to bring them out from the dogma of ignorance that has deluded them from the path of righteousness, which new traditional rulers represent. So it will be convenient for us to see that it is an assistance group to what the traditional institution represents, bringing out the young ones and giving them meaningful life, and also providing for them some levels that will help them out of their problems in life. We are giving the young ones orientations in secondary schools and those who are artisans, so that in the future, this part of the country will not experience what is happening somewhere in Nigeria. And we are also taking extra miles to ensure that those who are indigent and who are willing to achieve something in their life through education are given assistance in the form of enrollment in various national exams and all other programs that we are set out to achieve. Honest, you will agree with me that so much of what we see on the screen about what is happening to youth all over the country, somewhere in the north and in the south area, and what the media want us to believe that the present administration is doing is a mere cocoon of obscurantism. Therefore, we are apt now to put our own resources and arsenals together to ensure that we contribute our quota to the development of the young minds to a certain stage where they can cover a niche of goodness for themselves. We have our CEO whose initiative brought us this far, who really going to address you on the for mine is just to introduce the program and then now formally invite her to come and speak to you on the main reason why we are here to see. But we felt that such programs cannot happen because also going to happen in your domain, South India. We also have secondary schools and other things that also wish to carry our programs to. So we can't go behind to enter your domain without letting you know, sir. So this is why we have to first see this place at the first port of call. Now at this point, I will hand over to the CEO of this group to address.
Although we're very small now, but we are in a project that will take a whole lot. A lot of people will be involved in this project, but we decided to come to meet our royal fathers. We're going to see people like His Royal Majesty and we felt that we also need to see you because we'll be walking around the community and we'll need your blessings so that we can carry on our projects. We have a whole lot that we want to do, a whole lot that I can't even quantify, I can't even state there. But we want to believe that we go on, that people will get to see what we're trying to do, believe in what we're trying to do, and also support us to achieve even more. Because while we go through schools for mentoring, we also give out scholarships to the less privileged schools. Last year we had those sponsors, which you were one of our major sponsors and you were the chief host. But we felt that instead of having a day project, let's do something that will go on for a very long time, that will affect a lot of people positively, even the generation years of one, because we want to leave a mark. Like I always say, I am not here to make history, but to make a difference. Because I feel the change we are all clamoring for starts with us. So if we not do something on our own, people will not really want to want to even learn. So I just felt, okay, having this group together will also make people understand that. Because if you look at
Speech, she explained how schools will be visited to sensitize them and also encourage education by providing scholarship and enrollment opportunities for the less fortunate ones who have little or no means of providing for themselves, especially the children of less privileged widows. His Royal Highness thanked the group for bringing up such initiatives and also insisted that the group should include teachings of cultures and traditions, as various cultures of the Nigerian society are fast growing extinct. He made his commitment and asked that anytime his help is needed in the case of giving lectures or any situation, he would gladly oblige.
Well, straight away I must say that this is a fantastic initiative, and it's starting with the right people. The right people in the sense that you are the young ones, you are the future of this country, and if you decide that the future, we should invest in the future, because you are our investment for the future, and you want to make sure that you are the kind of investment that the society will be able to reap dividends from, positive dividends in future. Then the elders can go and sleep, because the stakeholders have to give it. Because as far as I'm concerned, you are the stakeholder of the future of this country. And the choice of someone like Suleiman, to me, is very good. I hope we can get more of his time, because from his age, he's a bridge between the young one and the old one. So you can tap from his experience. Where he's lacking, he knows where to direct you. So, you see, at times I sit down when I see you to be here. Either I see them outside or even the ones living with me, the kind of behavior they exhibit some of the time, it makes me feel very uncomfortable. And I sit down to wonder, what does the future of this country do? To me, if they are all like this, then we're in trouble. Serious trouble. Because one, they no longer believe that things should be done in the right manner. No thanks to the elders. Because we are responsible for some of the behavior they exhibit. Because they see what is going on, they hear what is going on, and they have to learn, they learn. It may be wrong knowledge, but that is what is before them. So what you teach is very what you learn anyway. And teaching by example is the most enduring. We are showing them bad examples and imbibing them. Then they will better the laws, they will better the instruction. Because by the time they exhibit their own, they will add their own. Then where are we headed? So if the initiative is now coming from young ones like you and saying, we have to save ourselves from ourselves, then there's hope. I can assure you straight away, and whatever support I can give to you, in any way, I will gladly do it. Because ultimately, the function of a traditional man is to ensure that the society is good enough for everybody, both young and old. And one of the ways I think it can be done is by supporting initiatives like this. Because we cannot go out there and be shouting to people, don't do this, don't do that. Somebody should carry the message, either in groups or individuals. So, count on my support any day. I will gladly do it. Even if you want me to come and give a talk. There's nobody said there's no law, whether traditional or orthodox, that says the traditional ruler cannot address people. Left to me, if not for all sorts of what would I call restrictions, I would have loved to go and give free lectures in a place like Auchi Polytechnic or what is it called, Echo.
Like,
In my field of study, I give them free lectures. But they say, see Oba, you don't become teacher. Not this like that. But church is not bother me anyway. Provided you know you are doing the right thing for that cause of the society. Youth, a lot needs to be done to reorientate you people so that you can see things differently in a positive manner. First, we have lost out as far as our culture and tradition is concerned. We've lost it completely. The main ingredient of culture, or what I would call the vehicle of culture, is language. We are losing it faster than you can think. I don't know how many of you can speak this well. There's none of you that can make 2 sentences in a time without mixing it with English. Even that man from there, the same thing applies to me. So, if you do not have a language, then how do you carry your culture from generation to generation? It's not possible. You can't use English to imbibe the type of culture on a child. It's not possible. For every culture has its language. You can't use Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa to acculturate any of the culture. Yoruba has to be used for Yoruba, Hausa for Hausa, Fulfulde for Fulfulde, Chekwi for Chekwi. And that is all over the world. If you try to do it the other way, it will not work. It will not work at all. The message will not go down. Because there are certain things you can express in your language that has to do with your culture and tradition. The issue is that there is no equivalent word for that word in English. You may try to describe it, but the apt word for it is not found in the other language. So that is it. That is the problem we have. The identity you have is your language. No matter how many of you that take pride in speaking your local dialect, it's your identity. You have no other identity. How can you tell me you are from Auchi? I now speak Auchi to you, you can't reply. Your identity is questionable. You tell me you are from Agbede or you are from Akerubude, and now speak power to you, you can't reply. There's no evidence to show you are from there. So these are some of the things. Then the issue of social problem, all this autism, and so on and so forth. So we can be here till tomorrow. We won't be able to exhaust what the problem is. There are many, but we have to start from somewhere. We cannot just throw up our hands and say, oh, this is a hopeless situation, where we have been defeated. There is a defeatist attitude, which I don't like. We must be optimistic, we must be positive in our approach, and before you know it, we'll be where we want to be, inshallah. So thank you for coming. Like I said, I'll be hearing more of you, seeing more of you. Whatever we can do now, we will try. Inshallah.
The lot. And of course,
I hope they make sense.
The words always make sense. We are taking from it. And like she said, we are willing, we are soon to organize various programs. This one is part of the awareness drive. visiting our schools, holding various fora, trying to discuss with people, to listen to people's problems, with the view to helping them, giving them finances to education, and enrolling most of them who are got to the state of enrollment, how many. We got a story of somebody who got admissions into the University of Glory recently. This guy managed himself to enroll for the SSC, he got it, did the JAM, we went for the post-UTME and passed very well and was given the admission. Now those he felt that if he helped himself to that level, he would naturally be happy and now come to his aid. Now deserted him and felt that who asked you to go all this far without seeking our permission first? Then he had to resort to us, and some of these people we want to also look at to do to see how we can assist them. You agree with me, sir, that this program now, with what we have explained, require a lot of resources, human and material resources. So we, of course, will be needing finances, we're needing people who have with them, get advice from them and all that. These are constraints that, of course, we now are facing. But whether or not these things have come, we hope to start with what we can gather for ourselves, and of course what we have received from the sympathizers. So once again, sir, I will thank you so much for this opportunity granted us to interface with you. We thank you so much for all the advice you've given to us. We thank you for your wisdom, and we pray Allah to continue to strengthen you and give you long life and prosperity so that you remain long on this throne of your forefathers. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. These are Aliyu, Oba Danesi, Oba Danesi II, the Aidongie of South Indian Kingdom. And for this, your program, Team of Wise Achiever. I hope I'm wise. So, what?
Okay.
And I'm a volunteer to see to the development of our young one for the future of this great country, Nigeria. Thank you.